at the striker position, running down the field with the soccer ball, and he'd yell at her, "Go, Cookie, go." And it just infuriated Tember. But I want Tember to come up and speak a few words on Tyler's behalf, because him and her really got along very well, and they meant a lot to each other. So Tember.
Unlike David and Tina, I've never spoken to anyone about the entire situation itself, other than my parents, a couple of friends here and there. But as far as staying in front of people and just reliving everything that I had to go through the day that I got that phone call. The day before, I was doing the announcements for the high school, and I walked out the door, and all of a sudden, just like David said, Tyler called me Cookie, and that's all it took was for me to just hear him from behind me, and he said, "Well, hello there, Cookie." And I turned around with the biggest smile on my face. He was standing there in his ROTC uniform, just spit as could be, smiling from ear to ear. He asked me how I'd been doing, and I talked to him for a few minutes, but he had to get back to class, and like I said, he was smiling from ear to ear, so there was nothing that I could really see in his presence that made me think something was wrong. Most of mine and Tyler's high school friendship was passing each other in the hallway, waving, him yelling Cookie across the crowded hallway and embarrassing the crap out of me. But I knew who he was, and I knew his family. The next morning, like David said, Tyler and I grew up playing soccer together. So the next morning I had to go referee a couple of soccer games over at Payne Park, which is where Tyler and I grew up playing together. Even after I talked to my mom that morning, I get to the field, and I stood in one spot the entire time. The old all-star coach just happened to walk up and ask me what had been going on, and he asked me where my head was, and I told him that I lost it the second I realized I lost Tyler. So I left the field, didn't finish my game. I didn't feel like I could be there without Tyler. So now it took, it's been almost 7 years now, so it took me 3.5 years to go and see Tyler after the viewing. This is actually the first time that I've seen David and Tina since the viewing 6 years ago. I spend a lot of my weekends up on a mountain with Tyler. I sit and I talk and I wait, think maybe the wind will blow. Tyler, I'll hear Cookie. I sit and I pray for it every time I go. I've never met a kid with a heart as big as Tyler's, because bless his heart, he was not athletic. He was goofy and very uncoordinated, but it was a hoot to run up and down the soccer field and look over on the sideline, and Tyler's, "Dad, put me in already." And he does it the entire game, and then when he finally gets put in, he is going nonstop in every single direction. He probably scored in the wrong goal a couple of times, but it was just so funny that you had to love him for it. This is really, really hard for me, and I apologize. There is a quote that I have. I come across it a couple of years ago, and ever since the day that I found it, it has always made me think of Tyler. And because my head is so jumbled, I have screenshotted it and put it on my wallpaper so I could read it to y'all. And it is from Rose Kennedy, and it says, "It has been said that time heals all wounds. I do not agree. The wounds remain. In time, the mind protecting its sanity covers them with scar tissue, and the pain lessens, but is never gone." And I think that relates to a lot of Tyler and every other kid that gets bullied, because no matter what we say to people, it sticks with them. So as their organization states, everything does start with one person, and if one person makes the difference, it catches on, it's contagious. The more we talk about it, the more people become comfortable talking about it. When I go see Tyler, I take pictures, I take videos, I post it, I write every single time I go see him, because I want to share with people what it feels like to have to lose someone over a topic that could have been easily discussed, but nobody was there to listen. So I would like to say thank you to Tina and David for allowing me to come out here and be a part of this. It does mean a lot to me. But I would like to say that if you know anybody that is being bullied, please stand up for them. Just like Tyler, their voice will never fall silent. Thank you.